Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Love for Intuitive Astrology. My name is Michelle and today I will talk about the month of December 2022 for the sign of Scorpio. So if you have your sun, your moon, or your rising sign in Scorpio, then keep watching this video. So I want you to keep in mind that this is a general reading. I also do private readings and you find all the details in the description box below. And let's start with this month of December that will start off with Sagittarius season, okay? And for you, Sagittarius is in your second house. And second house has to do with your finances. So you might get like a reward or a bonus from work. So you might get some extra money with or you get like some kind of increase in your salary, or you get like a massive client. And we do have a square with Neptune in the 5th house. So make sure that you're not overspending money. So receiving the money and then spending it on gambling or too much spending on romance or, extravagant gifts, maybe for the kids, right? So don't overspend, keep it small. This is also a great time for romance. We have Jupiter still in Pisces in your 5th house, okay? So definitely there's like some romance in the air for some of you, or you are pregnant. If you are, congratulations, okay? If you don't want to, be careful around these holidays because you might as well, get a little pregnant or make someone pregnant. We also have Mars retrograde in the 8th house. So frustrations with other people's money. Maybe you have an investor that didn't keep their promises, your taxes are not like up to date, but it also has to do with sexuality. So maybe old pains regarding your sexuality are coming up, old traumas that you have to deal with, no matter how hard or difficult these traumas are. This is the time to really go through this anger and really resolve it. This full moon in Gemini on the 8th of December is really high tuning these energies. What is it that you have to resolve with 8th house matters? This could also be a court case. You might get some answers out of that, or you're starting a divorce or a court case, right? Because on one hand, I see Scorpios getting together with someone, and on the other hand, I see you splitting with someone. Because we do have these eclipses. If your relationship survived these eclipses, well done. You have a very stable relationship. For some of you, you broke it off and maybe you're coming back together because you realize, whoa, okay, I was a little bit too intense, or the other person was too intense, right? And it needs fixing, because a lot of fixed signs have experienced a breakup. Some were temporarily, or some had some arguments, and some of you Scorpios have a long distance relationship with Uranus and the North Node in your 7th house, or there is some kind of distance. It could be a relationship where one is much older and the other person is much younger, and you feel very judged. You feel very judged for being in this relationship. So you're definitely learning a lot about romance and relationships, what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, so you ultimately can get to the person that is meant for you. And for some of you, you're already with the person. Like I said, if your relationship survived these eclipses, you're in quite a solid relationship. So there's not much to worry about. Chiron in the 6th house have been making work quite painful, difficult. You felt like you weren't really seen in the job or rewarded. It was a little bit I've done a lot, but what am I really getting back? Not much. But soon Jupiter is coming back into the sign of Aries by the end of the month, 21st of December, coming back into the 6th house, making your your work life a bit easier. So you might get more clients, you might get more compliments at work. You're gonna be more seen, because Scorpio, you're like this no bullshit kind of personality. So you're not gonna be at work like, oh, look at what I did, this amazing things, you know. And sometimes this makes you not very visible, because you don't really always know how to sell yourself. Like the way you sell yourself is like, I know my stuff, I know what I'm doing, and this is kind of what gives you the rewards. But sometimes, because you're not very showy, this also, you know, if you come across like people with more fire or more like like different energies, they're gonna be first, they're gonna present everything first. But when it comes to nobody knows a solution, you come forward and you're like, oh, hey, I know, it's gonna be like this. So this is quite funny about my lovely Scorpios. I mean, Scorpio moon and rising here, so I know, like, I don't like to, like, when I was working in the office, I remember, like, I really disliked, like, meetings. I thought it was a lot of talking, and a lot of, like, talking about nothing is, it's like a suffer for Scorpios. Leave a comment below if that resonates with you, but for me, like, I have to have like deep conversations. They need to matter, and they have to be like very, I'm like, where is this going? Like, you want to know the outcome of a situation so you can kind of calculate how to get there, you know. And that's why they say like some Scorpios are manipulative. This could be the wrong side of things. But also you could be a great planner that like thinks ahead and knows where to go and does like really well research. So yeah, you can see things both in bad and good lights. There is no good or bad sign. Like some people say, oh, I had this this sign terrible, and this sign. I mean, doesn't exist like that. We all have our personal journey, and each sign has amazing gifts and shadow aspects. We all have those. So, you know, and if you come across YouTubers and like spiritual leaders that say they don't have that, they might have just pushed their shadow side through the door, right? We all have those. Nobody is perfect. So everybody, it's like we're here because we're not done learning. We always keep learning. Even though there's been a spiritual awakening or stuff like that, there's always a journey to follow, like bit by bit. So you're never really done. And some people think like, oh, I had a spiritual awakening. No, that's where it starts, because you're becoming like more aware of your patterns. And actually, because your frequencies are rising up, you're gonna get karma faster. As Scorpio, you're in like continuous cycles of karma. Like, it's like, it hits you like a lot of times you're being hit with a lot of cycles, because for you, it's very important to learn how to forgive. And, you know, Pluto rules your sign. So you have to cut the dirt out within yourself in order to grow and to learn how to forgive, right? And you have to deal with darkness in order to teach people how to get out of darkness. I mean, how can you be a therapist that haven't experienced the pain of being in the dark? So yeah, I know this went a bit off topic, but I know for some of you, you needed to hear this, because I feel like a sense of unfairness. Why is this happening to me? Why this keeps happening to me? I mean, I want the best for people, but it's like I keep running into obstacles. Yes, but you also got the power to get out of it. You're like one of the most resilient signs out there. So back to astrology, right? Well, astrology is connected to actually self-development, you know. And yeah, I do had comments like, oh yeah, you're not talking about astrology, but isn't astrology a tool for self-development? Like, I'm telling a story according to the stars, what I'm seeing in the chart. I mean, I don't want to bore everyone with the degrees and the exact match, yeah, how that actually works. So anyhow, there will be a new moon in Capricorn on the 23rd of December, right? And this will be just before Christmas in your 3rd house. So some of you are definitely wanting to study new things. You're gonna be like, hey, this is something I would like to study, and this could have something to do, because we have Mars retrograde in the 8th house, with the experiences that you have been through. So, you know, whether it's like embracing a part of your sexuality, or you had to go through some kind of trauma, you're gonna like do something with this, okay? So we do have Mercury's conjunct Pluto. So again, the Plutonic vibe going on in the sign of Capricorn. So there might be some words with some siblings. So make sure to talk. If there's some frustration with a sibling, talk things through. The truth will come out. Maybe some secrets even, or things that were lied about. Maybe you're coming up with a secret that it was holding, like you were holding on to that. It was very uncomfortable. Some of you Scorpios are gonna take like a short trip, like getting out there. Anyhow, I also have this honey candle, and I wanted to do that for each sign, so you can visualize your wishes for Christmas for people in poverty, or people that don't have the things that we have, like a phone, the internet. But you can also manifest for yourself some wishes or all together. So I want you to send these blessings into this honey candle, and I'm going to blow it into the universe. I thought it was a nice gift that I can give to you. And I'm gonna visualize my blessings for you into this candle as well. What a year, Scorpio. Let's send you some beautiful blessings. All right, I'm gonna count to 3 and send the blessing into the world. 1, 2, 3. Good. Went out in one go. This is good. Cleansing, spreading luck over you. Yeah, for some of you, you have to steam off. Like, intuitively, I feel a lot of unfairness. Like, why? I keep hearing why me, why this, and you know, this could lead into victim mentality. I've had the same thing in my life, but it's time to see the truth of a situation. Like, why are these cycles happening to you? Like, what are these people representing? Like, do you have good boundaries? Do you dare to say no? Are you romanticizing things that aren't there? Like making a partner more romantic, like you're super loyal to people, like super loyal, like your friends, and you know, and sometimes you take someone more serious than they take you, because you're like, hey, I'm 100% in, and the other person is like, I'm like 50% in, you know, and there's a bit of a confusion there. But it could also be a reconnection with someone. I definitely see like an on and off relationship for some of you that are watching. But there's a lot of growth in relationships, a lot of growth when it comes to your value. Like, you're daring to become more open, to show, it's time to put the walls down, because sometimes people feel threatened by these walls that are up, and they want to hurt you because they're like, oh, this person is very strong, let's break these walls and see what happens. Okay, so you become a challenge for people sometimes because you're so hard to get, and you have this like sexual energy, and people are like, ooh, let's see if we can fool this Scorpio. So actually keeping the wall up to avoid people sometimes is doing the opposite, because you become a challenge for people. I don't know why I have to tell you this story, but let me know in the comments if this resonates. So I'm gonna leave it at that. This was my message for you, my lovely, lovely Scorpios. I forgot to tell you, Mercury retrograde between the 21st of December, no, the 28th, sorry, and the 19th of January. Just be aware for signing contracts and buying electronics, okay? That's my message for you. If you like this channel, subscribe to it so I can make many more videos for you. Be there in your journey of growth and healing. I'm so, so proud of you, of everything you've achieved so far. It's not an easy one, but I'm here to help you get through situations. And let's all support each other. If you could subscribe to my channel, I'm super grateful for that. So I know you want to see many more of these videos. Thank you, bless you, Merry Christmas, and happy, happy New Year. Bye-bye.